Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the week 10 of my 75 soft challenge. Pretty sure this is week 10, which is actually crazy. Yesterday was my birthday, so week 9 was kind of a blur for me, so the fact that we're already on week 10 this week is kind of crazy to think about. I just got off work and I'm headed home now. I am dying for a shower. I think I'm gonna take a shower first thing I get home. And then honestly, I think for today, which I think it's day 64, could be wrong, don't quote me. I think we're just gonna do 2 yoga sessions at home because your girl was not going to be doing anything first thing this morning, I'll tell you that much. And I do have plans to see Inside Out 2 with my roommate tonight, so maybe we'll do yoga before and after the movie. Which seems kind of redundant, but also that is the reality of today. I don't think I can be bothered to do anything else today, so that is the plan for today. I will catch you guys later. Good morning everyone and happy day 65. It is currently like 5:40 in the morning. I'm headed to the Y for a stretching class, which I'm very excited for. Little TMI, I am currently on my period and I can already tell that's kind of like a bummer to end my last full week of 75 soft with because, you know, you feel bloated, you feel gross, you don't feel like your absolute prime, so you can tell even leading up to my progress pictures up to like yesterday/today, I wasn't 100% feeling like myself. I was like, I know it's gonna be coming any day now. Now that it's finally here, it's like, oof, this adds so much more complexities to my last week of 75 soft. But it's the real, vulnerable, honest truth of what I'm going through during this last full week. It's crazy to me that this is the last full week, y'all. That is crazy. And then I have week 11, which is really just 5 days, that's crazy. And then we're done. Like, that's insane. But anyway, headed to the Y for that stretching class. I am very excited. Just think I'm trying to get back into the groove after having that many exception days off and during week 9. It's like, I really want to get back into the groove of things. But also my body's craving it. Like, I'm at that point in the challenge where it's just like, my body's craving to go back to my regular routine of moving my body constantly, for the most part eating pretty clean. Like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, yesterday wasn't technically a cheat day on my list, but it kind of felt like one. Super chill in terms of the workout department. Gonna be completely honest with y'all, I did not read yesterday. And then same with food. Rumi and I, we had plans to go see Inside Out 2 as like kind of part of my birthday gift. Hence why I'm still wearing this Toy Story t-shirt. I wore this to the theater last night and then I just slept in it and I woke up this morning and I was like, I'm not changing out of this. This is what I'm wearing to the Y for my stretching class. Anyway, I had some sodas in the fridge that I forgot to drink on my birthday. And we also got popcorn and some candy, and I woke up this morning, my body's like, oh girl, craving produce, you know, craving some fresh goodness in my body at this point, you know. So yes, I am gonna go head inside. The sun is rising up behind me, which is so cute. I love when the sun does that. Yeah, just really want to get back into the swing of things. After work today, I desperately need to go grocery shopping. I have not gone in like 2 or 3 weeks at this point, I think. I didn't go last week because I had so many exception days and I knew that week was going to be heavily not eating at home. And now for this final week, especially with how my body's feeling, I am just dying to get some proper groceries and proper food in my body. So I really can't believe that this is the last full week, y'all. Like, this is crazy. So stay tuned to see how this week goes. Alrighty, y'all, just got home from Aldi's. I'm so excited to put all of this deliciousness away. But I did want to show you guys something else I picked up from Walmart. It's this new noodle brand that I've never heard of called Goodles. But they each have 14 grams of protein in them, and I thought that would be really fun to try. There was this recipe with the lentils that I really want to make. I also someday want to make my mom's lentil recipe, but there's another lentil recipe that I really want to make this week for my meal prep. But for tonight, I thought we would try one of these because I have never tried this brand, and with the protein in it, I feel like it could be a really fun option for mac and cheese. And they have so many different flavors. I think they have 1 or 2 more than just these 4. I thought I'd do a little, you know, try. I love trying new things with the 75 Soft Challenge, so but I'd see if this is a good option for that. But yeah, got all the normal goods. Hard to see, but got the normal produce and normal pantry items, so time to put it away. Good morning everyone and happy day 66. It is currently 6 a.m. and we are going for the morning walk. That is the sun rising up behind me. Not a whole lot to report right now. I will say I'm so glad I did the elliptical last night. I don't really go to the Y that late. I've only done it a handful of times, and every time I'm so shook that it's so empty during that time. But it was so nice. It felt like I had practically the whole gym to myself. And when I tell you I woke up sore this morning, your girl was sore. Normally I just do like a high intense level like on the elliptical, and I was like, you know what, I should try running while I'm on this thing. So the high intensity plus running on it was oofta. Your girl's feeling it in her thighs and her butt for sure. Yeah, not a whole lot going on today. I have work, and then I'm gonna essentially call my sister to catch up. And while we call, I think I'm going to attempt to make that lentil recipe as meal prep for this week. I think when I come home on my lunch break today, I'll make a smoothie. I'm very excited. I haven't had one of those in a long time. And I think for breakfast this morning, I might make scrambled eggs, which I don't normally like to make food in the morning, but I woke up hungry today. So your girl's gonna need some protein to hold her over to lunch, so I think we'll make some scrambled eggs. So yeah, that's kind of the vibes for today. Hi y'all, it is currently nighttime on day 66. And I am so close to this challenge being done, and I know that. And I feel like I've heard people talk about this during their challenge, but I just really wanted to spend a little quick sec with y'all to talk about it real quick, because this part of like the side effects of the challenge is really starting to like weigh on me a little bit. I don't even think I said what it was, so let me first state what it is. It's just the fact that I've mentioned this in I think past vlogs for this challenge. It's just the fact that you start to neglect the other areas in your life. And like, I'm looking around my room today, and like, I really believe that your physical space is like a reality of your mentality. And I'm like tired of looking at like my physical surroundings. It's like so cluttered all the time because so much of my mental energy and quite literally time is going towards this challenge that I just have been neglecting things like cleaning my room, doing my skincare, as I've mentioned throughout this challenge. And I'm still very proud of myself for doing this challenge to the best of my ability. It's just the further along this challenge goes, the weight of everything else that I've been neglecting is building up higher. And I think it's probably different for those who just do the challenge and don't document the whole thing, because that also takes up a good chunk of my time. It's day 66, and I just remembered that I never did a wrap-up video for week 9. Meanwhile, I'm almost halfway through week 10, and it's like, there's just so much footage that I have to film, need to edit, haven't posted yet, and it's just all compiling, and it's just like, oh my gosh. So I think once this challenge is done, I think I can finally like breathe again and like regroup in the sense of like the other areas of my life that just need some help. And granted, I also have had a lot of other things going on in my life with just social events, and then also planning for this summer's events. So that is also taking up a lot of my physical space as well as mental space. And yeah, just feeling very cluttered right now. I cleaned my room and I did the dishes, and my room is the cleanest it's been in weeks, and I'm still looking around and she's still very messy. I really felt so accomplished tonight with all the cleaning that I did, and I'm looking around and like, if someone were to walk in my room, they'd be like, girl, what cleaning did you do? And I'm like, y'all don't even understand like the cleaning that I did manage to do tonight. I'm so proud of myself for. So yeah, just feeling very overwhelmed with everything in my life right now. I think also just being on your period during this challenge, I think that just really does add another layer to this whole thing, because obviously that's going to affect your hormones, and obviously that's going to affect your feelings about yourself. And I'm not gonna lie, today at work was a really hard mental day for me. It was a lot of beating myself up, which I have not felt like I've done in such a long time. And like even having to take like the daily picture, like always so much harder for me to do that on my periods. And it's like, it adds a level of complexity to the challenge that it's not ideal. It's not ideal, but you know what? We're trying to get it done. We're still trying to do the challenge to the best of our ability. I am currently reading the Bible, so we're trying to get that done as well. Because to give myself credit, I'm still reading 10 pages a day, typically, with my other books that I'm reading. Also, on top of this challenge, I'm trying to film my progress videos of reading my Bible in a year. I'm so far behind on these videos, it's not even funny. I'm just trying to focus on getting this challenge done, and then I'm going to finally catch up on filming all of those videos. And it's just like, I have so much filming and editing ahead of me, and it's me. No one has forced me to do this. This is a hobby that I enjoy. It's just a hobby that I've had to neglect because of this challenge. Like I just have no free time to sit down for hours on end and just edit my videos that I want to post. So yeah, this challenge takes up a lot of your free time. So not that I haven't been enjoying it, but it's just difficult in terms of staying on top of like the different hobbies that you like to do, and then the different social activities that you like to do. I think this challenge has done a really good job in teaching me discipline. In some ways, it's taught me about balance, but again, you're like neglecting other parts of your life. So it's like, it's so hard, y'all. It's so hard. Still very grateful that I have been doing this challenge and we are so close to the end. So we're gonna keep persevering. It's just, next week is week 11 and that is the end, y'all. Like I'm looking at my whiteboard and I think June 20th is my day. No, June 19th is my day 70, and then week 11 is really only 5 days, and then we're done. And I'm really proud of myself for doing this. Like, not that I wouldn't have still enjoyed the past 75 days without this challenge, but I'm beginning to wonder what I was planning on doing with my past 75 days besides working and the other things I already had planned. But like, it's a double-edged sword. I do appreciate how much time it's taken me like away from like non-productive things, like just doom scrolling on my phone, or yeah, just excessive screen time, I guess, is really a big benefit that I've had from this, is like you really don't have time to do that. Honestly, catching up on my YouTube watch later playlist has been also a challenge during this challenge, because that's something that I'm very particular about. Is I don't like my video count to get too high, but I am subscribed to literally hundreds of YouTubers and I always just click add to watch later. That is a side rant for sure. But anyway, yeah, I was in the middle of reading the Bible. I'm currently in Jeremiah. I'm on Jeremiah chapter 49, and I'm trying to catch up from yesterday's reading and try to complete today's reading, and I'm just feeling so distracted because I'm looking around my room and like, you guys heard about it on my channel already. Like, I have been going through a quarter-life crisis, and in January I completely rearranged my room and was feeling so good about it. Now with this challenge, it's like I've let it go to the wayside and everywhere I look is just clutter. So after this challenge, I think a good declutter is definitely needed. I already kind of started it. I have a bag next to the corner of my bed of stuff that I want to donate. But again, I'm looking around my room of things that I definitely could work on downsizing. And it will take time, but I have a small room, okay? So I have to work with what I got. And right now she's giving clutter. That's what she's giving. The vibe she's given is clutter, and I'm tired of the clutter. Anyway, that being said, I'm gonna end today here. But yeah, I really wanted to film something in the moment of like, just, I have like this tightness in my chest, and it's just like the desire to finally feel complete in the challenge, feel proud of myself. I'm so close. I don't know why I have such like a, I don't know what better way to describe it, but tightness. Like, I'm just kind of like, I'm anxious to get back to some of the routines that I've had to neglect. I still want to implement a lot of the routines that I've learned through this challenge, but there's definitely some routines that I'm missing, and I just, for the life of me, have no motivation or no energy on top of this challenge to keep those routines up. So, like, even tonight with doing the dishes, I literally was like, okay, Sarah, get a grip. The dishes are in desperate need of getting done tonight. Pop in some headphones, listen to music. It literally takes you like 10 minutes. It's really not that big of a deal. It's just the thought of doing it is what's preventing you from doing it. So hop that hurdle, babe. Go get it done. And then the second step is so nice. Like, right now I'm hearing the dishwasher go off and I'm like, girl, now it's so nice that you have a clean sink and clean dishes tomorrow, which is so adult, and I sound just like my mother. However, a clean space really helps with your mental health. It really, really does. And I think that's the gist that I'm getting at, is that this challenge has been so good for mental health in so many ways, but then in other ways I can see where I'm lacking, and it's starting to compile up here, if that makes any sense. It's starting to compile. But anyway, I will catch up with you guys tomorrow. Good morning, everyone, and happy day 67. It is currently almost 5:40 in the morning. We are headed to a trail for a morning run. I don't know that I've ever properly done a morning run before. No, I think I have. I think before this challenge I've definitely done morning runs, just when I was running and training for my first 5K last year. But it's been a minute since I've done a morning run, and I definitely don't think I've done one during this 75 soft challenge. But like, for example, it's supposed to be 95 degrees today. I mean, as you guys have known since week 1 of me filming this challenge, for my 75 soft, I'm not requiring that I have to go outside every day. But I have seen like a lot of benefits from getting outside. And so I thought, you know what? Almost near the end, let's try a morning run. Oh, the sun's coming up. It's so cute. I love when the sun rises up behind me. I love that so much. Was it a little hard to wake up this morning? Yes, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It was a little hard. I also have an earlier shift at work today, and so that's why I scheduled this one to happen earlier. Because I knew even if I left the house at 5:30, that meant that it really wouldn't be starting around until like 5:45. And then you add 45 minutes to that, and then you have to get ready for work on top of that. And then I try to get my 10 pages of reading done before I leave for work, and then also the photo of the day. Well, I've been slacking on taking the photo in the mornings. I don't know what it is. You have to excuse me yawning. I really don't know what it is with week 10's motivation. Like, we're this close to the end, so why am I doing all these things at the end of the day? I don't know. A there's more deer. I did bring my pepper spray for this run. Not that this like trail isn't a friendly place in town. It is. It's just, it's an early morning run. It's not right outside my place, and I don't think I've ever walked this trail and not passed someone, so I just felt like I should do that today. A bunny! Oh my gosh! There's so much wildlife. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Alrighty, y'all. I'm gonna do some quick stretching and then queue up my running on, I think it's Swimmin' Fuel is what I titled the playlist. And then we will go for a little morning run. Just got back from the run. Nothing super important to report. I just wanted to say that I forget that you travel a lot further when you run versus when you walk. Just the way that I had to like at least double the track that I normally do, like the trail I normally do, I should say. I had to like, while I was running, like look on my Google Maps to like see where all the walking paths connect and like make myself a new loop. I loved it, y'all. I think that might be my new favorite like running trail path, whatever you want to call it. I wonder if there's a way to track how long it was. I'd say it felt like it was somewhere between 1 and 2 miles. It didn't feel like a 5K, but I want to say it was at least a mile, maybe 1.5 miles. But yeah, without like a fancy like watch or something, I don't know like my pace or how far I'm going or anything like that. So was definitely dying of water this run. And also I forget that for me, I'm still struggling to, not that it has to be results oriented, but I still struggle to get the results that I get on the treadmill when I go outside, in the sense of like performance, which sounds a little crazy because I've heard two things. Like I hear that some people prefer running outside. They think it goes a lot faster. They think they run faster. But some people prefer the treadmill. They think it goes a lot faster. I really am learning to enjoy both. I will say the few times that I did running growing up, it was always on a treadmill or an elliptical, so I think that's what I'm used to. And now with the 75 soft, it's like, it's really easy to keep your pace, because if you set a pace on the treadmill, it's going to stay that pace unless you manually change it. So there's something very motivating about that, about the fact that I can't deviate from that pace. Like I am keeping that pace. Obviously I move it up and down when I'm taking like my breaks because I do intermittent running. But yeah, when I go outside, it's so much harder. I will say I feel like the time goes faster. I don't know if I feel like the distance goes faster. And I think that's because I'm struggling with like how to keep a proper pace. And I don't know, there's something about the elements outside. There's a lot more variables then when it goes to a run versus like if you just run on a treadmill, you're just running on a flat surface. And yeah, you can change the elevation, which I like to do because I like to at least try to challenge myself if I feel like suddenly my run's not challenging or something. And I try to make it feel like I'm outside by changing it up. But yeah, there's a lot to be said for running outside because obviously you have the weather element and then you have the completely ever-changing elevation, I guess. Like I wasn't like I was right up and down hills, not by any means, but even just like small divots and stuff, like that's gonna change your pace, it's gonna change your time on the run. And then also like depending on where you run, unless it's like a set track or a set trail where there's no interruptions in like foot traffic or general traffic, you're gonna have to stop at like stop signs, stoplights, let cars pass, let people pass, that kind of thing. So yeah, not that anyone doesn't know this if they go on runs, it's just something that I'm trying to like, I really want to feel like I'm a runner when I'm outside as well as I feel like I'm a runner when I'm on a treadmill. And it's not even like even when I'm on a treadmill I'm like going super fast or I'm staying super consistent. Like I'm still doing intermittent running and I take moments to just like do speed walking in between my runs. But there's something about doing it outside that feels so, not embarrassing, but it makes me feel like I'm unofficial in a way, if that makes any sense to anyone, because it's like, yeah, I'll be running for a moment and then I'm gonna be speed walking, and then like walking past people, having people watch me do that, it's like I just need to learn to like not let it bother me. It's like I just need to get out of my own head because literally no one cares. I will never see these people again, and even if I do, who cares? Like, I'm outside right now sweating. So yeah, definitely glad I went for this run at this time. If I want to do a morning run, I think I'll keep coming at this time. A, because it's just less people and less traffic. But B, weather-wise, like, I thought I would be freezing in a tank top and shorts because it's only like 63 degrees. No, your girl be sweating. So it was perfect because now it's starting to warm up and I can already tell it's going to be a hot day. So anyway, that is the jazz. I just wanted to check in and tell y'all how it went. So y'all, happy day 68 of this challenge. I have just got home from work and I have to say the immediate first thing I had to do was absolutely change my clothes. We are in the 90s all week this week. I'm absolutely sweating my butt off at work. And when I tell you it is so sticky outside right now that the last thing I can imagine doing right now is going for a workout. However, we did sign up for the Pilates class at the Y at 6, so we will be heading to that shortly here. Yeah, I'm so excited for after that Pilates class because I'm going to be taking an everything shower. Your girl is going to be off for the next 2 days. She is so pumped. I am motivated to cook some dinner tonight, not meal prepping. I know I keep meaning to do the meal prep and I haven't done it yet, but I am finally motivated to cook myself some food, and my roommate did a phenomenal job cleaning up our apartment today. The weather becoming hot, we've been having a couple bug issues, and she deep cleaned this apartment like no other, and I can't think of a better way to thank her than cooking us a meal tonight so that we both get some real food in us tonight. So yeah, those are kind of the vibes for today. I will probably film some clips of me cooking because I plan to make sweet potatoes, taco meat, and one of those mac and cheese things that I got. I don't know if I ever updated, but I did try one of them and it was so good. I think it was one of my favorite mac and cheese things I've ever tried. Literally ate the whole thing by myself that night. I was really hungry, but also it was just that good. I ate it all. So yeah, those are the plans for tonight. What's up, buddy? You having a good day? Oh, keep waking up. Keep waking Y'all, I originally was not gonna film a clip of me eating this, but this is slapping, y'all. I was like, let me just throw these 3 random things together and just see. Very Midwest of me to just throw it all together. And y'all, it kind of tastes like a hamburger helper in a way, and I am here for it. It tastes so good. Absolutely love. 10 out of 10. Good morning, y'all, and happy day 69. I just got out of my yoga class, and you know I say it in like, I swear, every vlog for this challenge, but I just feel so so at peace after I leave yoga. I love it so much. Today's yoga was one of the most challenging ones I've done yet. The instructor today really wanted us to focus on our mindfulness and breath work. And we were hitting poses for sure, but she was also keeping us moving, which is not a bad thing, but it definitely was challenging because we did a couple challenging poses today and some things I've never done before. Y'all, I love yoga so much. There's so many times I will leave a yoga class and I think to myself, I'm sure there's pros and cons, as there is to every job, but there's sometimes I leave and I'm just like, I feel so inspired. Like, I would like to do that, you know? Like, I would love to lead people into such a relaxation that I feel every single time. Like, I want other people to feel this level of peace, not to be cheesy, level of zen. Like, I feel so just in tune with myself, I guess is the best way to put it. There's something about doing a whole yoga class and then hitting your final shavasana, I believe is what it's called. There's something about doing that whole ordeal and then finally hitting that last moment of rest, just letting your body be completely still and just breathing. And when they finally tell you to start wiggling your fingers and toes, oh my gosh, y'all, it's the best part of every class is finally, it's the end of the class, feel completely relaxed and feels like you're waking up again. I guess it's the best way to put it, in the most relaxing state possible. This is how I would ideally like to feel every time I wake up in the morning. Like, that is my ideal, just like, you're not just eyes shooting open and you're immediately go, you're just slowly breathing and you're slowly wiggling your body and you're just slowly coming to and you're just, oh my gosh, I love yoga so much. I love the other aspects too, but there's something so beautiful about that last part that until I started doing yoga, I never knew was like a part of yoga, you know? Like, I knew yoga was like known for all the stretching and poses and overall relaxation that you can get from doing those classes, but there's something about a good yoga class that will start your day off right, for sure. But yeah, I am off today and tomorrow. I'm so stoked. I am this close to being done with editing and posting week 2's vlog of 75 Soft. Round of applause for me, round of applause. hoping, fingers crossed, it is posted today. Hoping. My roommate and I talked about the idea of going to the beach today. It is currently sprinkling and it's a little overcast right now, so hopefully in the afternoon it might clear up a little bit. If that happens, I don't know if I'll still go on a run tonight. I might just count going to the beach, adventuring / swimming. Nice second workout. So I don't know if I've said it in this vlog, but I've been saying it to my friends and my family a lot. Like, this summer I have been going to the beach. I have been, not necessarily intentionally, just unintentionally making it a thing that I'm doing this year. I don't know why. Absolutely here for it. There's something about this year that is just like, I really want to make the most of going to the beach. I think every year I just like regret not going more. And so even if it's just for a few hours or only once every 2 weeks, y'all, getting out to the beach, being unplugged from my phone, just reading, just soaking up some vitamin D, wearing sunscreen while doing that, I've absolutely loved it. So anyway, we'll see if we go to the beach later. I'm not sure with the weather, but anyway, I'll catch up with you guys later. Good morning, y'all, and happy day 70 of this challenge. Y'all, how are we on day 70? That is absolutely crazy. And before we talk about day 70, it is currently 6:15 in the morning. I am headed to the Y for my fitness yoga class. I am off today. I'm taking 2 yoga classes today. Very excited about it. But before we talk about today, I really wanted to talk about yesterday. And y'all, it was a 10 out of 10 day. I probably said it to my roommate probably 20 times yesterday. I probably was burning off her ears and annoying her so much of how much yesterday was the perfect day. So for one thing, we were both off, which like almost never happens. We almost never have the same off day. And originally both our plans were a little bit different. We weren't exactly sure if like we were going to do anything together. But then when we were talking about it, we're like, actually, this is a day off that we have together. We don't normally get this time together. And so I'm telling y'all, it was the best day. We started off the morning with doing like our own thing. We both had a couple things that we wanted to do, and if you know us in your life, you know that we love a little productive moment. We love to feel like we've accomplished something with our days. And so she did a workout, I went to the Y, and then I came back and finished editing and posting my 75 Soft Week 2 vlog. Thank the Lord, that took me 3 weeks. I'm so stoked about it. Was so pumped to see that finally upload. And then after that, we decided we wanted to go to the beach. And so we packed like a lot of snacky kind of foods, just like fruits, veg, crackers, cheese, that kind of vibe, which is great, but it's not very sustaining. So we were at the beach for like a solid 4 hours, and it was the best time. Oh my gosh, it was right up my alley. I love a good, let's do an activity and then let's sit on the beach. Let's do an activity and then let's sit on the beach. Like, I can't sit still too long at the beach, but if I don't have moments to like regather, like I can't just go at the beach. Like, I get overstimulated, I get overheated, you know, it works. So we got there, we set up camp, and then we put our feet in to cool down, and then we went back to our little setup and decided to eat some snacks, and then we went back for a swim, and then we came back and did some reading, and then we went back for another swim, and then we always like to end our beach trips with building like this, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like a rock house. Sandcastles are fun too. I love a good sandcastle, but if you've never made like a rock house kind of thing before, definitely do it. It makes me feel like a kid every time we do it. We go around the beach purposely picking out rocks that we feel like give certain types of energy of like different parts of the house. We'll like pick up a rock and we'll be like, oh my gosh, this is so bathtub, and we'll be like, oh my gosh, that is so bathtub. And we'll be designing this house, and we like to joke that maybe some bugs might live in it, you know, overnight, and we set up a nice little motel for them kind of vibe. I don't know, it's a lot of fun. I love it so much. And then once we got to the end of that, I was like, after this, can we get some like real food? And she was like, yes. And I love that she knows exactly what I mean by real food. So we decided we'd first go home, shower, put on clean clothes. Let me tell you, that right there is so essential. Making sure that wherever you're gonna eat next after a beach day is important, because then you get all the sand out of all your, you know, crevices, and you're just like, I feel clean, I feel ready to enter society again. Girl, the way that I put on a clean pair of running shorts and a baggy t-shirt, I was thriving. I was still feeling nice and warm from the sun, but I felt nice and clean from the shower. I was thriving. And then I was so wildly hungry, and she was too. So we decided to go to a pizzeria. Got one of the best pizzas I've had in so long. And then we got a warm brownie and ice cream. Girl, when I tell y'all that I have been craving a warm brownie and some ice cream, I am not kidding. That was so good. And then we ended the night with just like a nice scenic drive back home, and we were like playing, you know, all the music in like, you know, the cheesy 2000s types of coming of age movies, and we were just like, we were in a movie. It felt so good. And then we ended the night watching Aquamarine, which I've only seen like once or twice as a kid, and apparently it's one of my roommate's favorite movies, and it was like the perfect way to end like the perfect day. And when I tell y'all, I hit that bed and knocked out, your girl was gone. She was passed out. And then I woke up this morning and my alarm went off, and I wasn't even phased. I was like, oh, time to start the next day. I woke up and I felt so rested. Like it hit me this morning, and obviously it's day 70, so things like this are going to be hitting me. But it hit me this morning that like, I've been doing this for 70 days, and I finally feel like waking up early is not phasing me anymore. And I feel like, yeah, that might sound aggressive. That took me 70 days to like have that realization that like, yeah, I wake up at 6, or yeah, I wake up at whatever time I need to wake up at to do a morning workout. It doesn't faze me anymore. I love the growth. I love it. Anyway, I have to run inside. I have to get to my fitness class. But then on my drive home, I might talk about today and what day 70 is going to look like. I already gave you guys a little glimpse earlier. But yeah, y'all, yesterday, 10 out of 10 day. It was a banger day. So yeah, I didn't go for a run, but we did a lot of swimming and walking around at the beach. So my thighs were burning by the time I got home. I think 4 hours of activity in the sun definitely qualifies instead of a run, so that is what I did yesterday. Alrighty, y'all, another great yoga class. The first one this morning was my fitness yoga, and I love that class so much. I always sweat more than I think I will in that class. It's not even like we're doing crazy movements, it's just the movements we're doing are so challenging at times that I just be sweating. So I definitely chose the right hairstyle for today, because I cannot stand the sweaty neck, let me tell you right now. And also my hair is still gross from swimming in the lake yesterday, so. But yes, I wanted to talk about today and starting off with the beach, because not only did I go to the beach yesterday, I am headed to the beach tonight for like a little beach picnic thing with my church friends. Very excited about that. Just sounds like a fun little outing. And I love a good picnic. Not that I didn't already have one with my roommate, but I've just been in the mood to have more picnics. Like, not that everyone has to bring food for everyone. Like, you can just bring food for yourself, but just like a reason to get outside, eat together. It's giving young adult vibe. I don't know. A picnic to me is like a great way to have socialization and community, if you will. Also, on top of that, I'm going to the beach potentially a third time this week. On Saturday, I am headed to the beach with my mom. I don't know if any of my other family members are coming, but I just so happened to be randomly off this Saturday. We were talking, I want to say a week or two ago, and I was like, I'm off the 22nd, and she was like, I'm also off. So we're like, potential beach day? Little did I know that was this Saturday. So my roommate was like, Sarah, you're going to the beach 3 times this week. I was like, I'm telling y'all, I am having a beach kind of summer. This is my kind of summer. I am thriving. I didn't even intend to go to the beach this many times already. It's just happened that way. Genuinely, I've been to the beach, I think like 5 times at this point. I think tonight will be like my 6th time. And then Saturday will be my 7th. Like, y'all, I'm beginning to question if I was really living before, because wow, the way that I love life right now in this phase of my life, the way that I am so focused on making sure my stress levels are down and just doing things that I truly enjoy and not feeling guilty about it, a crazy transformation, praising God for it truly, because me and my roommate, we were talking about it at the beach yesterday, and we were like, man, our lives were wildly different like last June. And I was like, yeah, I think about that all the time, literally all the time. I think about my last job and everything I was going through last June. June was a crazy show for me. It was a crazy time, and not in like a woo party crazy in like a Bessie, are you okay? This is crazy. Are you okay though? So I'm very grateful to have the ability to have hindsight's 20, you know, at this point. Like, I can look back and be like, wow, I'm so grateful that life is so different at this point and changed so much for the better. Like, I'm beyond grateful that I have that now. I just wish that I could go back in time sometimes and give Sarah a hug and tell her it's going to be okay. But at least I can tell Sarah now that everything's gonna be okay. Like, you're not gonna know everything's gonna happen, and it's not that every day has been like a grandiose, awesome killer day, especially during the 75 soft challenge. I'm not trying to attribute all of this to 75 soft. Again, I've tried to say this in almost every single 75 soft vlog. There is no way that I could have done this challenge if I didn't do major healing before starting this challenge. If I did it in my burnt out phases of life, there's no way. And even if I tried, it would not be healthy, it would not be productive, it would not be me putting my best foot forward, because I really think your mental health and your physical health really go hand in hand, and obviously they can benefit each other if you work on either, but sometimes some areas of your health need more help immediately before others. And for me, my mental health needed help a lot sooner than my physical health. In fact, I needed it before I could even begin to think about my physical health. So just want to make that disclaimer. I know I've made it multiple times throughout these vlogs, but just want to make sure that that's perfectly clear, that firm believer that both go hand in hand. And again, I just look at past Sarah and think, girl, if only you knew where you'd be this year. Like, oh my gosh. Night and day, y'all. Night and day. I'm here for it. I'm loving it. But anyway, I am home now, and I didn't even talk about today, so let's talk about that real quick. First class, check. It was my fitness yoga, like I said. Now I am home. I will be chilling here for about an hour and a half, and then head back to the Y to do my regular yoga class, and then my 2 workouts are done for the day. Very excited because I love a good sweat moment, but also with yoga, I love a good let's focus on our breath work. Let's relax. Let's move the body in a way that is challenging yet purposeful, you know? I love it. Love it. And then after that, some chores are definitely needed. I am way behind on laundry and dishes, so we're definitely gonna get both of those done today. And we'll probably edit some videos, I think, before we head to the beach, because I think we're leaving here around 5:30. So that's gonna take up most of my day, I think. So I think that's kind of the plan for today. But yeah, I'll catch with you guys later. Alrighty, y'all, it is time to wrap up week 10. I can't believe we have ended this week, and technically today is the beginning of the final week for 75 Soft for me, so stay tuned to see the final vlog for this series. I do hope to do a wrap-up video after I finish all the vlogs of just like my overall thoughts of the challenge, all my takeaways, all put together into one video, if you know what I mean. But for today, we need to wrap up week 10. I don't have very many notes for this week. The first one that I wrote was that this week flew so fast. It felt like I blinked and it was over, and I'm on the last week of 75 Soft already. And that is how I feel even today while I'm talking, and it is currently day 71. Like 75 is just a few days away from now. Like, that is crazy. The second thing I wrote was that my right elbow started hurting on day 70, and that I think I might have overworked it or something. It's feeling better today, but it specifically hurt like around this area. Not directly on the elbow, but like kind of like a muscle right here. So I don't know what I did, but it like hurt to bend my arm all day yesterday. And then finally, for the hardest part of the challenge this week, I wrote that I was feeling burnt out and not inspired to cook or meal prep. Yeah, I feel like that's gonna continue this next week as well. I think I touched on this in last week's vlog, but with just everything going on, like, I'm very excited that I have almost completed this challenge, but at the same time, I'm looking around my room, I'm looking around the rest of my life and everything else that I've neglected these past 75 days, and I'm just like, your girl really needs to get a grip on the rest of her life. But I am kind of like antsy to like get this challenge done with, and all this filming done with, all this editing done with, all this posting done with, and then I feel like I can breathe again, because it has taken up a good chunk of my life these past couple months. But yeah, like even today I left work and I went to Goodwill and dropped off a bag of donations. And that felt really good. That bag has been sitting in my bedroom for weeks, and I just finished filling it up a couple days ago and threw it in my car this morning and was determined to drop it off, and it felt so good to like let it go. Like, that feels like step one of like regaining my life back in my room and like trying to like organize everything that I have, because I come home every day to this room and I feel so uninspired by it, and it's like really just reorganized, redid my room, and I want it to go back to feeling like fresh, fun, inspirational. So yeah, that isn't really necessarily associated with the fact that I'm feeling burnt out about specifically with cooking, but I feel like it's a subsect of just like, I've been feeling burnt out in a couple different areas, I think. I don't know if burnt out is the correct word, because when I think of burnout, I think of like my job experiences, and those are some really negative, hard times in my life. So I'm not sure if burnt out is the word I'm looking for, but I think you guys get the gist of what I'm saying. Yeah, and as always, here is week 10's board. I'm also going to pull it up for reference. Yeah, I pretty much followed it to a T, except for June 18th, which was my day 69. That was really the only day I changed it up, and that was just because I was too late to sign up for the 8 a.m. yoga class, so I signed up for the 9 a.m. yoga class. And instead of going for a run, my roommate and I decided to go to the beach, and we had a wonderful day at the beach. Lots of walking, lots of swimming, so the beach day kind of counted as my second workout. Yeah, it was a great week workout-wise. It felt like I was getting back into the groove of things, getting back into routine, especially after the last week of having that many exception days. Like, it felt good to get back into that routine at least. Even if food-wise I still felt a little bit off, but yeah, it's crazy to think that week 10 is done and week 11 is already on its way. I can't thank you guys enough for joining me on this journey, and for anyone who has shared interest or asked questions about it. Like, it's definitely something that has occupied my life for the past 75 days, so having people in my life who also take interest in what's going on in my life is a very endearing thing. So that being said, this is the end of this week's vlog. Stay tuned to see week 11. As always, they will all be posted in a playlist on my channel, which I will have linked below, so feel free to check it out. And as always, I hope you guys are having a good day, but if you're not, that's okay too. I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!